we do it. Where you catch us that we be in that pulpit. Always catch a vibe, we a movement. You should just subscribe because we too lit. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, watch them scream out, ah, yeah.
If it's not positive, it ain't right kind of vibe.
The right kind of vibe.
It's the Pulpit Podcast, baby. Season 4. Episode 99. What the business is. It's that man with the plan, Big Kev. And that's Cuz with the buzz, Big Bo.
Yo.
And you know we got that food for yourself. For sure. Now, I know we got to do a disclaimer. Like I said before, you know, some things is said on the Pulpit Podcast just needs that, man. It got to have that, bro, because, you know, there's some sensitive people out here, man. There's some people who are very, very delicate and fragile in the way they like to be handled. So
and plus, you never know what somebody might say, too.
And boy, especially in this realm, it might not even be on my tablet and it'll come up. We freestyle a lot of shit, so I can't really be, you know what I'm saying, guilty for what you hear because I'm giving you the disclaimer. So without further ado, the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast.
Say it once more.
I said, you know I got to do it. I said the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast, but we are bringing the gospel in the form of information straight like that. And y'all know, this podcast is based on the foundation of positivity, motivation, inspiration, and most importantly, love. So we don't do anything without a weekly affirmation. And you know I keep them on deck. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Hey, I'm telling you, you got to filter that energy because they will suck you dry. And they, like they said, they got a problem for every solution. You could be the most positive person on earth, but if you got negative people in your circle, they're going to find some way to always be pessimistic.
Hey, I'm going to just be like, I don't have the answers, bitch.
I don't have the answers, bitch.
Go find somebody else to bother.
And we do want to say good morning or good afternoon on this beautiful Saturday afternoon for us. It's probably, it could be morning if you're on West Coast time. So we always want to, you know, we got a lot of listeners in different regions. So
we got to get spring to spring, man. Spring is not sprung.
Spring ain't sprunging.
Man,
spring is not sprung yet.
We still getting
we doing 50s, 60s, and then it drops down to 40s and 37s. We done had snow. We done had rain. We done had sleet. We done had, you name it. We've had the gauntlet of bad weather. And spring is yet to spring on us yet. So hopefully, you know, the next week.
I was supposed to get in the 70s by Monday.
And we had some 70s last week, and then it went dipped to 40.
No, we need to maintain.
We need to maintain consistency as the word I always use. Can we get some 60s and 70 consistency? Then we'll be, you know, pretty much better. All right, so we got to get into this show. It's me and Bo. You know what it is. Off top, we got to go. We got to talk about J. Cole. Oh, man. Bars. I must be in a rap mood because that was all bars. Okay. But we got to talk about J. Cole. He finally responded back to Kendrick. And it's mixed reviews about it. And he dropped the actual EP. He dropped the project. You know what I'm saying? To go with the dish.
It's
you know
more than EP. It's about, what, 12 songs on there? You
probably would just call it an album. We'll just call it a project. He dropped the project, you know, 12 songs, I think it's like 11, 12 songs, something like that, to go along with the diss, but mostly people were talking about the diss or whatever. Bo, what's your take on the diss? You know what I mean?
Like, as far as the diss and the project, it was pretty mid to me. It was pretty mid. I mean, like, okay, as far as the diss go, if you ain't got a driving type beat, because that's what I almost, you know, like, okay, was it the Shooter song with him and Drake?
First Shooter.
That beat already drives itself, and then y'all get on there and y'all spit the way y'all did, made it hard.
The collective.
the Future and Kendrick, that beat, that's a classic beat that's chopped up.
It's a classic 2 or 3 beats.
2 or 3. It's 2 or 3 chops
that everybody
that are classics.
Classics.
You know, hood songs, in the trenches type beats. And now they spit on top of it. That made it even more hard. So then you're gonna have this comeback, and it's the beat sounds like he just went on BeatStars real quick.
It ain't even BeatStar beats because that's
it
like,
like he just bought a beat offline. It don't even
or
sound
somebody
like
made it loan it to him, or he had one of those beats. You know, like if you're a rapper, you have a lot of beats, you buy a lot of beats, you got beats, and you go through them. You're like, damn, which one's gonna make the album? Like, I'm not gonna use this one, but I'll make a diss song on it real quick.
I mean, you can tell that beat does not even fit the format of the album.
It sure doesn't.
If you listen to the different beats on the album, it does not.
It sounded like the album was done, and then he just made this diss off of whatever beat he had to sit over. He should have made that
diss be a separate entity. He shouldn't have put it on the project.
Yeah.
It should be a separate entity, and it's a lame diss on top of it too.
I'm gonna say this as a person who comes up not just from hip hop foundation of dissing and battling and beef and stuff like that and loving it. As a person who's been out in these streets and then battled many of MCs, this is a personal thing that I've done, and people can vouch for me. I was out in these streets battling niggas. I know what a great diss record sound like. You are going for the jugular. It's no soft shit. Like when you step out off that porch and you gonna let a motherfucker know I don't like you over a beat, you gotta say whatever disrespectful shit you can say, and it's got to be raw. It's got to hit. One, J. Cole messed up with the beat selection.
Man.
You come off the Kendrick diss, Kendrick said 8 bars, maybe 4 bars about J. Cole, if that. And it was so impactful because off of that beat, he already had the 3 6 Mafia, 2 different samples of 3 6 Mafia. So if you know 3 6 Mafia, already crunk, already hyped up. It's a hype session. Then he snatched Everlasting Bass, which everybody knows is, you know what I'm saying, a classic, you know what I'm saying, and to get the party hype, you know what I'm saying, just how it comes off, period, right? That whole collaboration. Then you got Future
Eazy-E.
and Eazy-E, stuff from around the way. That sample, there's 4 samples in there, to be honest with you. There's 4 chops in there. But with Future, smooth sound, and then Kendrick, the emphasis. Like Kendrick raps in a mindset, when I got a problem with you, I'm gonna let you know. I'm not trying to rap this soft cadence and this smooth, you know what I'm saying? And that's what J. Cole did. J. Cole can rap his ass off. So let's just preface it like that before people say, oh, you're just a hater. No, I am a J. Cole fan. And matter of fact, before I had to go back and listen, we had a discussion in our little chat group, right? And I had jumped off the porch because J. Cole had just dropped 2 new songs for this album, matter of fact. And I jumped off the porch and was like, I think J. Cole might be the dopest out there. Then we had a debate. And then I had to go back and, you know, because sometimes you forget what a nigga done, you know what I'm saying, if it's been so long before you heard the other one, right? So I heard the last project, and it's a concept album, right? But it's dope as fuck. But people forget, Kendrick got hits. He got radio-friendly hits.
Damn.
He got diss tracks. He checks all the boxes. So you got to go back and I had to go back and redo my vote on that. And then the diss, like I said before, Kendrick had impactful lines. The motherfuck the big 3 is just me, me. That's all everybody got to know because you took it upon. You could have ended it right there. You took it upon yourself to say it's a big 3 and put him in it, right? He didn't say he was friends with you guys. You made it about it that y'all the collective or whatever, you know what I'm saying, the hip hop right now. Kendrick was like, I didn't co-sign that. So really, he didn't even shoot no shots at you. This is what I'm really getting at. Kendrick really hasn't made a diss record toward J. Cole. It's been like subliminals to Drake and what's called everybody's been doing subliminals. The person he got at on that song was Drake. Now, he had bars for Drake. He only just stole, you know, he just took J. Cole's line from the big 3 and used it to let him know, hey, don't put me in that shit. That's it. So J. Cole, you know, decided to, and then the thing about it, when I listen to the diss, you can't question the man's albums. The man got a poster. The man got a poster. He got Grammys.
There are ththings that you want.
These are things that you want to obtain in life in your rap career that you haven't got there yet. And you talking about you got the lead now, do you? Because when Kendrick album dropped, he shut down the game again. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this right. When he drops an album, no matter when he drops, I don't care if it's 3-4 years, like Dr. Dre. If Dr. Dre takes 12 years off, but Dr. Dre drops an album, and they said he's going to drop an album, I guarantee you everybody's looking for it.
Yeah, they checking for it.
They checking for it. So when you got that type of moxie, you got that type of aura about yourself that people, I know it got to be a dope project because he takes his time, he crafts his shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to put no whack shit out there. So when J. Cole starts with that narrative, you got to kind of miss me on that. And J. Cole can rap his ass off, so we going to listen to him and be like, I'm the bars. Yeah, he got bars. He got bars on top of bars. But when you say something about somebody, you got to say something that's hurtful. You talking about his album, his discography? Nah, bro. That ain't it. He got awards. He got money from it. He did sold out tours.
Man.
He did everything you trying to do. You still, matter of fact, and then you talk about he's not relevant, and the only reason why he's relevant because we talking about him because he dissed you. You got with Drake and made yourself more relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like going on that tour, you're selling out shows in arenas more so because you're with Drake fan base. Drake fan base started to listen to you more. And that, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, always put you as third. You know what I'm saying? Like they either had Drake or Kendrick at the top.
Yeah.
And you've always been third. So to say you're in the lead now, are you?
No, he had a great year. I mean,
you had a great year as far as
collabs,
features.
Yeah, features, but
the album off season, dope, but it wasn't to Kendrick's level. It wasn't. I'm just being honest. And that's what people got to see. Like you can say something about somebody and really have a opinion about it, right? And not be a hater. Because I love J. Cole. He's a rapper's rapper. I am a fan of his. I want to say this because the first thing a person going to say, y'all just some haters. Y'all just some Kendrick lovers. No, I am everybody in their totality. I am weighing the whole plate.
I was a J. Cole fan before Drake and Kendrick even was coming around. I was listening to them mixtapes back in like 08, 09.
Yeah. We got a love thing. You know what I'm saying? Like J. Cole been hard to me. But it's levels to this shit, man. Like, I still yet to hear that album that, like, matter of fact, Damn, we got to act like Damn wasn't killing the radio and wasn't on everybody's shit.
He had about 7
Be
singles.
humble. Kendrick showed you that I can make a simple rap. I was making complex raps. I can make a simple rap as Be Humble and take over the radio.
Man.
Because what was you hearing? Be humble. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was saying that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you listen to the verse of it, it's the most simplest rap ever. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers was definitely mocking it. Mm-hmm. They was definitely rapping it. So Kendrick just knows whatever he puts out, motherfuckers gonna rock with it because he takes his time in his craft. So to judge a man on how long he takes to put out something, it's kind of whack to me. If that's your only go-to saying, because you faster, just because you faster, does that mean you putting out a better product?
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think that's a good thing to kind of hang your hat on, basically. But it's hip hop, baby. Like I said before, I come up from the ranks of battling and competing. Yeah. This is what we do.
Yeah,
this is a competition.
I love it. Friendly.
I love it. Fuck being friendly. I'm in a Kobe mindset. Like Kobe on the floor didn't have no friends. Like these basketball players nowadays, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? They go out and kick it outside the season and they train together and, they dab each other up. Kobe said, fuck y'all. When it's time to get on this court, I don't know y'all. Man. All I know is the Laker teammates and that Laker on the back of my jersey. That's it. Mm-hmm. And that's what Kendrick's saying. Like, I don't work with y'all. I'm not in y'all circle. Don't ever put me in y'all circle. We don't get down the same.
Oh.
Hey, so now now Kendrick's on the clock. And I got a feeling, I'm going to call it. Metro Boomin and Future have another version or maybe a totally different one album coming out on the 13th called We Still Don't Trust You. So don't be surprised if Kendrick's diss song to J. Cole and Drake is on there. Because, Future's just playing it up. Like, he loving it. Like, I don't like Drake. Fuck him up. And it's going to boost my album sales.
Yeah.
Because that song, like that, is like number 1 on iTunes, I think.
Yeah. Like that.
And what's boosting it there? Because the song is a normal Future song, but it's all the beat. It's Kendrick. It's the beat. So, yeah, we're going to see. So now we got to get into Bronny James just yesterday decided to. He already put himself in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
And then he decided he wanted to declare for the NBA.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with it. Go talk to some scouts. Find out if there's a team that really likes him. Because you never know. It could be a team that just like, hey, we
just gauging.
We like you, like your potential.
Suitors.
But I do think it's a good thing for him. I don't understand why he went to USC. I did not think for his type of.
You think maybe he was trying to just stay close to home?
I think that could have perhaps, because they out there, then Pops is out there in Cali, kind of made it easy.
And I think he's even friends with Juju, so that could be a thing too. I think so.
It's a possibility, but I think it's a good thing for him to at least get a feel. I don't see him actually going pro, and unless somehow he just like
not at this stage right now
wins somebody totally over in the late first round.
Yeah,
but I think it's good for him. But honestly, I do think he needs. I think another year or two in college, and go to a school that like.
Fits his
style because he's really a good role player.
He's a good role player. I think the thing is this, after listening to the analysts say that he basically just testing the waters to see what people feel about him, you know what I'm saying? Getting a real grasp of what people feel about him and don't feel about him, basically, know what to work on. So that's why he did that. So he can actually get that report back from NBA teams of what he needs to work on, what they're looking for, this, that, and the third. Then there's another narrative. Because I'm the type of person I pay attention to how people move. So LeBron James was on an interview maybe like 2 days prior, right? And they was asking him how much longer he got. And he literally was like, not much longer. And they was debating what not much longer meant. Like the time span, is it a year? Is it 2? Is it 3? Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? The time span of that. And had to think about it like, what if LeBron was like, Bronny, you come out and he can finagle a situation, you know what I'm saying, for a team like, hey, you want me? Because he already came out a long time ago, said
he did.
He want to play. He'll play with any team because he want to play with his son, right? And he didn't say he wanted to play with his son like against his son, you know what I'm saying, on another team. He want to play on the same team. So let's just put this narrative. What if he tells a team, hey, you draft my son, you got me, because LeBron James has not signed an extension yet. So just playing the advocate when you think about it, like
it's something to think about.
It's something to think about. But anyway, I wish the man the best, you know what I'm saying, of luck. You know what I'm saying? He had a traumatic experience with the heart, you know what I'm saying? And he bounced back and played a year. Just the fact that he played the following year after having heart surgery.
Couple months.
Kudos to that, you know what I'm saying? And I just wish the best for him. I hope that they don't scrutinize him like his father already. Let him pave his own way, walk his own way, do his own thing. We already know he's going to have those comparisons. But to live up to that hype and that man, that's a lot to put on a young man's shoulder. So hopefully they just let him be Bronny and figure it out.
We shall see.
We see. And now we got to get into Ocho.
Oh.
Not Ocho Cinco, but Acho, I should say.
Acho, yeah.
Acho, let's say it like that. Acho. His comments about Angela Reese.
Okay.
A lot of people mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, you know, we got to protect our black women. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to protect our women. So, cuz I got a lot to say about it, but I'm going to let you just go ahead and jump it off.
First off, I don't think what he was saying was actually wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think where it came from is that she was... I would have his type of answer for the situation if she got up there and just straight boohoo and blamed everything.
Yeah.
Talk about me, this and this and that. I would say that statement.
Mm-hmm.
But she was specifically asked. Somebody asked her, you know, what has it been like since y'all won the championship a year ago?
Yeah.
And she basically stated what it's been like. You know, she done had to deal with this, deal that. And, you know, she got emotional, whatnot, which is cool.
Yeah.
Now, it would have been different if, like, you know, she came to the podium and they were like, you know, so how are you dealing with this loss? And then she started saying all that. Then you'd be like, damn, you know, you was acting big, bad, tough. now you boo-hooing. But she was asked a specific question and she answered it. And, made people emotional. And like she has had a bunch of different little things go on. She has become basically the college villain.
Yeah.
She became the college villain, after winning a championship where a lot of people become the stars.
Facts.
She became, the college villain.
Yeah.
And so, and she had to deal with that. And plus, too, you also got, she's not new at this. I mean, she's not old at this. This is not a seasoned vet. This is still a young child. Right. So this is still new to her.
Yeah. I think the thing about it is like, you can't, I get it. Things were said about her being ghetto, having a certain type of, moniker about herself, you know what I'm saying? The type of pedigree that she brings or whatever. So with the weave and everything and how she was blocking people's shot and her demeanor and how she was on the court, you know what I'm saying? People was calling her ghetto. So she took that, you know what I'm saying? Which that probably was going to make you, you know what I'm saying, be offended or whatever, right? She took that, they ran with it, right? So now they have took on this image of we're tough, we're hard, you know what I'm saying? We are the ghetto girls that come to shit down, you know what I'm saying, to the lily white, you know what I'm saying, type of females to play basketball. That's what they kind of took on, right? So my mind said, if you take that on, you have to also take on the brunt of what happens when you don't win. You know what I'm saying? So it looks good, when you get a championship from it. Like they beat Caitlin Clark, and it shouldn't be done like this, but we know how society is. They're going to paint it black versus white. LSU is a predominantly black school. I was a predominantly white school, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when they clash, you're going to always have these people who start this thing up, a black versus white, you know what I'm saying? Hood versus, suburbia, you know what I'm saying? Type of vibe, right? So if you run with that, because Caitlin Clark she runs off at the jibs a lot, you know what I'm saying, about stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's very disrespectful, to the point of, hey, if you jump off the porch like that, you got to be able to take it back, you know what I'm saying? Take it as well. So what Ocho said was, Acho, I can say Ocho, my bad. Acho, he said, you can't get up there and cry now when you have this so tough bravado, you know what I'm saying, that you put out there and you project out there, right? Like literally she had told one of the assistant coaches, right? Don't talk to her. You know what I'm saying? It was something disrespectful to an adult or whatever, right? So if you're going to play adult ways and talk in an adult manner, well, you got to handle your way in an adult business. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on business. If somebody going to say something slick about it, don't get up there and cry and break down. You didn't see Caitlin up there crying, you know what I'm saying? And like, the thing is, she was projected to win this and y'all took it from her, you know what I'm saying? LSU wasn't even, when they won, they weren't projected to win the championship.
They weren't supposed to, they weren't supposed to be there, really.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't projected to win the championship. So, with that being said, she has to learn that if you're going to take on that image, like the Bad Boys, the Pistons, right? They took on the image of being the league's bad boys. If they lost, they didn't shake your hand. They kept on with the image, right? Like, fuck y'all. Even though we got beat, it's still fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you look at it, it's still fuck y'all. And that's how you have to take it. You can't, be all nice, but he better fold that shit up so I can get out or get cussed up. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I know this is live. I looked outside my window and the dude is all in front of my goddamn driveway. You feel me? But back to the show. But anyway it goes, she got to take it on the chin like a G. And you can't lash out at people for having an opinion. And they want to lash out at Acho. I think that's wrong, period. So
but that's just the nature of
the nature of business. That's the nature of the business.
You got to comment on the person that made a comment about a comment.
It comes and goes both ways. That's all I can say.
Hey.
All right. But I do want to give props. I do want to give props to women basketball in general.
Oh, yeah.
College and professional.
Hey, high school too.
I haven't got a chance to check out high school, but yeah.
Actually, they've been here playing at Brownsburg. They've been having they got the top 8 girls team and top 8 boys teams been playing here at Brownsburg. So I've been catching some games the past couple of days, and like IMG and Mount Verde, the women's squad. I'm like, man, I'm going to keep up with these girls now. Like
they be the next ones in college.
I seen the number 1 recruit. She played the other day. What's her name? Sarah Strong.
Okay.
I don't know if she's picked the school yet, but like now it's getting back to like how it was back in the 90s when we had, the Cheryl Swoops and the Lisa Lobos and the Lisa Leslies, like they were all in college at the same time. The next thing you know, they go to the Olympics. Next thing you know, we got the WNBA.
Facts.
So like we're seeing these crop of women players that you can get behind. Plus, too, they stay in college long enough where you can become a fan.
Yeah.
You know, Juju. This is just her freshman year, so you got another 2 to 3 years of following this young.
If she stays,
I mean, yeah. If she stays, I mean, she's gonna have to at least 2 more years. She's gonna have to do at least 2
unless
more
they
years.
do a new rule, which they were talking about. So we'll see.
But like you're gonna sit and follow Juju.
Yeah.
Our girl's supposed to be coming back for UConn.
Paige Beckers.
You know what I'm saying? So you're following these people and you're becoming fans, and then when they go to the WNBA. You know who these people are. You're gonna be when they come
fans of them.
Play the Fever. I want to go see Juju. You know, hey, I'm ready to see Caitlin,
right?
Because the Fever gonna get Caitlin.
My thing is, and I do like this because even the college game in general. Anybody know me? You know, I'm more about the professional aspect of it. I never really get into college till March Madness or whatever, and then I don't really know the team players and how the team dynamic of the teams. This year. For the women's squad, I know a lot of players off the women's team, and I've been watching them like from the Elite 8, the Sweet 16, even a little bit early on, you know what I'm saying? I actually watched their tournament, you know what I'm saying, unfold. And I will say this, they are definitely bringing excitement to the game. We can just go from the LSU and the Caitlin Clark. They had over 13 million viewers and set records, the highest watched women's professional sport in ever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's saying something. They're moving the needle.
Yeah.
You got stars, like Caitlin Clark is the star. And people, I just wanted them to stop minimizing her greatness for being white versus black. The woman can hoop. She is a baller. She can put the ball in the hole. She can assist the ball. She can play basketball. She's a great player. Stop making it about black versus white.
It's not even that because I'm about to...
It is that though, because they said it when the dude...
They be killing her, but there have been plenty of white basketball players.
Not like her though, bro.
They can hoop. But hang on, check this out. Normally they go to UConn. They go to Tennessee.
Yeah.
They go to Notre Dame. They go to Stanford.
Yeah.
They don't go to Iowa.
They don't go to Iowa. That's facts.
They don't go to Iowa. And that's part of the reason why people are, I ain't going to say...
gravitating to her. They are, though.
I mean, not necessarily I'm talking about also the hate toward her. Because if she was at UConn doing what she's doing, people be just looking, UConn got another dope player. It would be no thing. The fact that she's pulling up Iowa...
I think the thing is it's a different time and age, you know what I'm saying? Because with the NIL deals and the separate deals that they can get, her face is plastered everywhere. Like when Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird and all these top people from UConn was winning, they had an ultimate team. You know what I'm saying? Even Breanna Stewart, you know what I'm saying? They had an ultimate team. You didn't see Breanna Stewart in college on the TV like that. And she was like the top player like 3-4 years in a row.
At least 3 years.
Caitlin Clark is on a gang of commercials. Caitlin Clark has a social media following, you know what I'm saying? In different cities, they talk about Caitlin Clark. ESPN, Caitlin Clark is the draw. So I think that's where the hate comes from because these players before her didn't get this type of notoriety, right? But you got to know the climate. The times have changed. Social media and just that whole type of structure has changed to where a person can boost their profile just off of social media interaction and things they do to play back of her game, shooting these long-range threes. And I will say Steph Curry has made it easy for a person like Caitlin Clark to step into that place. Yeah. 3-point shooting from long range, off the dribble, crazy ass scenarios makes for television. And to have a woman doing it, I've never seen... There's been great women score from Cheryl Miller to swoops, you know what I'm saying, to catching, you know what I'm saying, to Cynthia Cooper. It's all type of hose claw, all type of great women scores. Now I probably left off some, but
Candace Parker.
Candace Parker.
What was my girl that went to LSU? And she could dribble too. Simone Augustus.
She was a hooper. Simone Augustus. She was a hooper. Maya Moore.
Yeah,
but the list can go on about what hoopers hoop. But I have yet to see a girl play like Caitlin Clark. She looks like the female version of Steph Curry. And so for people to hate on her, it's kind of whack to me. But ultimately, I just want to shout out the women's game.
Yeah.
Period. Like I said before, when I watched the Aces versus the Liberty, I was tuned into that finals, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas Aces is a problem out there, you know what I'm saying? I like Kelsey Plum, and Asia Wilson, you know what I'm saying? Oh, what's the guard to be shooting that came from the Sparks? I can't think of her name right now. But their team is nice. Mm-hmm. And then you was going against Sabrina Ionescu, you know what I'm saying? And, Stewart, whatnot, so it's good basketball no matter what. Now we got Iowa did beat UConn, and it was a great game. Questionable call at the end last night,
questionable.
But great game. So now we got Caitlin Clark versus this South Carolina team that's a monster, and they are coached by a legend.
Yeah.
Don Staley, a legend. They got a big old giant in the middle called Cordova. They got a chick named Watkins. They call her Swatkins. You know what I'm saying? They got a girl named Pow Pow. See, I be on the game, man. So it's gonna be good. I want to see if Caitlin Clark can get her players to match these players, because that's going to be a hard task right there. Either way, Caitlin has cemented her legacy in college basketball. And they say GOAT. Like I said, for your GOAT, I feel like you got to have a championship somewhere in there, you know what I'm saying, to be a GOAT of something. GOAT. So that would be the only knock. If she doesn't win a championship, I can't call her the GOAT for me and my standards.
But I will be watching that game.
We'll be watching that game. Tuned in. Yeah. For real. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and end it off. Like I said before, me and Bo wanted to hit y'all hard, quick, straight to the point, give you some content. It's content out there.
That's why I don't, my lady friends.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Hard, quick.
See, two dudes is like, no Diddy. He was like, that's a new thing. He's like, no Diddy. It's two dudes on the set, no Diddy. But I ain't even going to go there, but you get it. We just trying to give y'all content, always something to talk about and think about. The world spins, something's going on. But we got to talk about this goddamn eclipse. And because all these people in our city, bro, like, it's going to be something. Matter of fact, it's to the point where
every day.
It's on the news every day. It's to the point where they have, my job told me to not even come in and work remote when I normally come in the office on that Monday. And we getting off at 12 because the people that might have to work, the city's going to be so flooded that traffic is going to be ridiculous from wall to wall from all regions, because people have come into our city to see this eclipse.
I mean, it's wild.
It's wild.
I'm like, do I need to have glasses?
I got my glasses. Yeah, you do, bro. That's what they said. They said to blind the shit out you if you look up there. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, they ain't just saying to get glasses. I mean, they could be a selling point. But
it is. Them glasses cost $8 and shit.
Nigga, I'm not trying to be the one that can't see after looking at them motherfuckers.
I'm just gonna keep my ass in the house.
I told my mom, I said, I'm gonna just sleep through it because I'm gonna be off work early. I'm gonna go to sleep. She was like, you need to go out there and look at that.
I'll be looking at is the eclipse gone yet?
But can
I go outside?
The point I did want to talk about, I'm so tired of people thinking everything that comes up is a biblical reference, right? If you know your Bible, and this is not even getting into super religion and spirituality, but if you know your Bible, God's appointed time is judgment day. Nobody knows. So for them to say and think that, because it's lunar eclipse is coming, it's total eclipse is coming, that means that's the end of the world. That means you have an appointed time. Nobody knows when judgment day is coming. It's God. His hour could be, our hour to him is like 10,000 years. You see what I'm saying? Like, we can't even equate what, this the other day was like the Statue of Liberty got struck, and then these bridges and all this stuff. Things happen. Do y'all realize it is so much shit that happened in the 80s and the 70s that just didn't get televised or was not streamed, or you know what I'm saying, or was not viral that you don't even know about? You would probably think if we had the viral mindset back in the 70s and 80s, you probably think it was worse back then.
No, it probably was worse.
It probably was.
We just don't know about it.
Slavery, all you do is slavery.
Man.
And racism back there. People getting snatched out of their house and hung. You don't see shit like that happening now.
It wasn't on the news.
It wasn't on the news. So I hate when people always, if you scared, go to church. That's what Ice Cube said, right? So don't wait till something happens that scares you to your spirituality, right? You should want to be spiritual because you want to enlighten yourself and you want to be a better person. Not because you think the end of the world's coming, so you think God's going to save you if you decide to get in church, you know what I'm saying, 2 days before the shit jump off.
Right with the Lord.
No. It doesn't work like that. I'm pretty sure God look at this book like, you done did 50 years of bad shit, and you think because you repented in 2 days, I'm going to save you? How does that even sound? Think about it.
A joke.
Just think about it. So, but, you know, it will be a spectacle. You'll definitely see a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. I'll be out there looking like the rest of them. And then I'm going to take my happy ass right back in the house and be like, I'm glad I'm off work.
Hashtag Eclipse 24.
I was like this, if we gonna make it a holiday, goddamn it, come back every year. If they gonna stop work and let us off, come back every year.
My thing is when this happened, back in 87?
2017, they said it was recently.
Okay. Why wasn't it the end of the world then, goddammit?
I said the exact same thing.
Like, this happens.
It happens a lot.
You know, every few years or so. This
20
happens.
years plus, I think it's something like that.
So what makes you think this time is going to be the end of the world?
Oh, and then the thing about it, because they was like, it's the total. It's total in different spots. It's where the sun and the moon connect. So they said like Tennessee was like in 2017, but we still seen it. We just didn't get the whole dark effect because it didn't sit right over us.
Right.
This year, it's sitting right over Indianapolis so far. You know what I'm saying? Unless it moves, but that's what that's why everybody comes to our city, our lovely city. We have been the city lately, the real city.
It's been busy.
We have been the city. So I love it. You know what I'm saying? Naptown is our home. Naptown is where we was raised and born. So, you know, we always gonna rep Naptown. But and that's pretty much what I got. You got anything to talk about, Bo?
We talked about entertainment, sports.
Yeah, I tried to make it a wrap. We made it, there was true gumbo today. True gumbo, seamlessly. So we're going to go ahead. Like I said, the sun's out. It's not really warm, but the sun is out.
It's warmer outside than it is in here. Just saying.
See, my joke, I said, not funny. But anyway, but we're going to go ahead and let y'all get on out of here, and we will catch y'all on the next one. Yep.